So um, have you started to notice that sometimes when you're looking at people, even if it's when they have their back to you, if you're looking at strangers on the street that you don't know, and they've got their back to you, and you're looking at them for a couple seconds, and they turn around, and they see that you're looking at them. You know, you meet eye to eye. And that's happened to me on several occasions. Even with children, I'm looking at them and they're just walking along, and I don't make any noise. I'm coming from behind, I'm looking at their back, and suddenly they'll just turn around and they'll look at me. And a part of it is that perhaps they can sense it. But what I've started to think is, what if the world looks at you when you look at it? And the reality looks at you when you look at it. So however you look at your reality is how your reality will show you, will kind of face you too. They would pop up. It would show you that this is real. Because it's like you meeting it and it meeting you. There's a connection. So when you're looking at somebody from behind, you're connecting to that, what you're looking at, and in return they connect back to you. So if you are seeing, negative people everywhere, then these negative people will also prove to you that this is your reality. They will show you negative people everywhere, and wherever you go, there will be some and a lot of negative people. Because the reality looks right back at you. You connect to it by looking at it. As if whatever you see, you're connecting to that reality or that which you're seeing. So whatever that you're seeing, you're connecting to. Whether that be a reality or a person or a philosophy, you're basically connecting to that person when you're looking at that person or when you're thinking about that person. And so what if that's really what's happening? That's really the case. Is that's why we all creating our own realities. That's why there's all these realities exist at the same moment. Quantum physics. Everything exists. All the potentialities exist at this moment, but we're all having different experiences. We're all, we're in the same world, but everyone's experience of this world is so different. And there's so many variations of stories and angles and cultures and backgrounds and genetics. So even though we're all in the same world, but our world is worlds apart. Our dimensions are almost different. Based on different continent, you have different realities as well. But to take it even down to a more minute level, on a personal level, is what you see. And what you see is also your connection to what is there. And so if you constantly focus on things that are negative or things that you don't want, you're pretty much connecting to that energy. But it's not to say to ignore it completely, but rather, to choose what you're connecting to consciously choose what you're connecting to. Be aware of what your thoughts are gearing towards. Be aware of where your eyes are, what your eyes are noticing even. So, yeah, you could try that. Just walk around, stare at people's backs, contemplate them, contemplate the backs, and within a few seconds they'll turn around and look at you. It's happened to me many times. They'll just turn around and look at you. And I'm always looking at their back, and there's no way that they should be noticing. And out on the street, in the middle of the street, I'm driving in a car, a vehicle, and I'm whizzing by, I'm looking at somebody, and they're walking on the street, and then they'll turn and look at me. So, there's something to that, and we're sending our energy forward every time, and there's energy coming back to us. So whatever we're sending to, they're also coming back to us. There's a communication going on. And so whatever we're talking about, we're also connecting to that which we're talking about or thinking about or looking at. So that's why consciousness is very important, because you're unconsciously creating a reality, whether you know it or not, by talking, speaking, thinking, seeing it. All right? Laters.